Tonics. Good evening, Olaka.
Hello,
Hi. Good evening.
good evening, sir.
Very good evening. Good evening, Matoj.
Kamu tahu nang hindi.
All right. We'll wait for a minute or so and then we'll start our today's session. All right, guys. So good evening, one and all. Myself, Shakir, I will be taking the session for today, which is related to marketplace of e-commerce. Please let me know in case I am clearly audible. My voice is reaching you very clearly, and I am clear in audible, clearly audible, and my talks are quite okay to understand. All right,
Yes,
Yeah, so
you are audible
very
enough
well.
and your
very good,
voice very clear.
very good, very good. Thank you, thank you. All right, so not to waste your time, we'll start with today's session. All right, so let me share you my presentation, and we'll start. Hope my screen is visible to you guys. Yeah.
Yes,
All right. All right.
Yes.
One minute. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Okay. All right. So today we'll be discussing about our topic is related to marketplace, and we'll be moving ahead we'll talk more about marketplace. Okay. First of all, yes, like last week's session when we discussed about e-business, we discussed about e-business, the nature of e-business, its nature, what all we can do on e-business, what are the challenges, what are the opportunities which are there on e-business, right? And also we had a small discussion about e-commerce. Now today's topic it is about marketplace for e-commerce. That's what we are supposed to discuss today. So overall, when we talk about marketplace, marketplace is a platform where buyers and sellers come together to engage commercial transactions. When we say commercial transactions, that means to say give and take of money. That means to say a buyer will be paying money in against the product or services offered by seller to the buyer. In a marketplace, various goods, services, and informations are exchanged between two or different parties. Right? So these are characteristics of marketplace. For point number one, there will be transaction between buyer and seller. Point number two, there will be exchange of goods or services or information between two or different parties. Traditionally, marketplace were physical locations like town squares or bazaars where people gather to buy or sell goods. We call it marketplace. When we talk about e-commerce, in the context of e-commerce in the digital age, marketplace often refers to an online platform where businesses or individuals can sell their products or services to a broader audience. When we talk about traditional, it's a smaller audience. That means the people who are nearby. Whereas e-commerce, we talk about the larger audience, broader audience. These online marketplace facilitates transactions and interactions between buyers and sellers, providing space for commerce. When we say space for commerce, that means to say platform where transactions can happen. So this is typical definition of marketplace. Now let's understand various key characteristics of online marketplace. The moment we say marketplace, that means to say diverse sellers, means online marketplace hosts a variety of sellers who are going to offer different product or services. These sellers may range from small independent businesses to larger enterprises. That means to say many types of sellers will be available on marketplace. They can be small, they can be large. They will not be related to each other as well. So diverse sellers will be there. Second important characteristics is diverse product and services. That means to say they will be selling different types of product or services on the platform. It's not that they will only be selling a similar kind of product or services. They'll be selling different kind of product or services, creating to one-stop shop experience for customers. That means to say using one-stop shop, one platform, user can purchase multiple products as if they are buying it from one single store. It provides transaction facilitation, means it provide a platform by which you can do transactions. You can make or take payment. That means to say buyer will be making payment and sellers will be accepting payment. They often handle the processing of payment, ensuring a secure and seamless exchange between buyers and sellers. Revenues and ratings. That mean to say, sorry, reviews and ratings. That mean to say a customer who is buying the product can leave reviews about their experience and will rate also that out of 5, 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, or 5 star based on the quality of service or the quality of product that the buyer has received. So customer can leave reviews and ratings for product and sellers, providing valuable feedback to potential buyers. That will build reputation, that will build trust in the marketplace. Next important characteristic is search and discovery. That means to say online marketplace incorporates search and recommendation features to find products easily. It enhances the overall user experience. That means to say you search for a mobile platform will suggest you what are the other additional products which are available. You search for a t-shirt, platform will suggest you what kind of t-shirts which are available for you, right? So it's search, and it also gives you an option of discovering other products faster. Security and trust, all informations whatever provide whatever available, be it users information, buyer information, or seller information, it will be safe and trustworthy place. Even if you are making payment, even if you are requesting anything, everything will be secured and safe. So these are the six characteristics. That's what we discussed. One is diverse sellers, diverse product and services, transaction facilities, reviews and ratings, search and discoveries, and security and trust. So these are few of important characteristics of marketplace, online marketplace. Let's see few of the examples related to online marketplace. I'm sure that you guys have heard of Amazon, which is a global marketplace that sells a vast array of product ranging from books, electronics, clothing, and furniture. We talk about eBay, an auction style marketplace where individuals and businesses can buy and sell products, new or used products. We talk about ETSY, a marketplace specifically for handmade, vintage, and unique items, often created by independent artisans. Alibaba or AliExpress. I understand that you guys are aware of Alibaba, with platform connecting buyers and sellers, especially in context of global trade. And these products available on Alibaba are mostly from China and nearby areas, right? But anyone can come forward and sell the product. Likewise, you have Uber and Airbnb. Uber is a platform where you can is a marketplace where car owners or car drivers can pull in, and they can provide their services to the people who are looking for rides. And Airbnb is a rental place where hotels, flats, rooms, and other things can be made available, so that people can search for the product and take it on rent. All these platforms, five platforms, what we discussed, none of the platform owns a single product. They are not selling any product. They only provide a place, a platform where multiple sellers can come together, can come, and they can post their product, and different buyers will be coming on the platform, and they will be purchasing it. So what Amazon, eBay, it's say Alibaba or Uber or Airbnb does, they actually provides you a platform where as a seller you can list your product and services. It's a digital photograph, its cost, its features, its characteristics, colors, combination, sizes, and everything put together. And then and for that they will ask for payment. So if you are going to take that various colors of the products, various sizes of the product, right? So that all dimensions will be listed, every details will be listed, digital product 360-degree views. So multiple things will be listed so that you look at it very detailed, do analyze it, and then if you are okay, you add to cart, select it, add it to the cart, make the payment, and product will be shipped to you, right? So online marketplace have become a crucial part of e-commerce, providing a vast variety and efficient way for buyers to access a wide range of products and services, and sellers to reach a broader audience. Let's understand marketplace, its analysis, right? So what are important things related to marketplace? So let's understand. If I'm not wrong, there are 13 to 14 points which are related to marketplace, that we as a business owner, or you guys as a understanding about e-business, you need to understand what are the various aspects of marketplace that we need to analyze before we enter on any marketplace, right? So this marketplace, here are some of the comprehensive guide on how to conduct marketplace analysis for e-commerce. First is define your market. So when we talk about define your market, it means identify your target market and segment. For example, I want to sell some product in India. I have to identify various platforms which are selling products who has buyers from India and platform which enables Indian sellers on the platform. If I want to sell it in Middle East region, GCC region, or in African region, or an international platform, so I need to identify a marketplace which helps or enables our product or services to sell it on the platform where it can be delivered to that particular region. Right. Determine the geographic scope of your market. That if I want to sell a product sitting in India to Zambia, whether I am having some scope over there or not. And these scope could be not only in terms of the market potential, but also in terms of monetary potential as well, right? So define your market. So first and foremost thing in defining the market is identify your target market and segmentation. Then geographic scope of your market, whether those products have some scope in those market area or not. Second important point is competitor analysis. Identify key competitors in your niche area, analyze their products offering, pricing strategies, and target audience. Evaluate SWOT analysis, which is strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Monitor customers' reviews to understand their strengths and weaknesses from the customer's perspective. So you need to analyze your competitor as well, whether your competitors are making money or they are having right kind of business in that particular area or not. Next important point is product analysis. When we discuss about the product analysis, that means to say you have to discuss about various product range, its features, qualities that your competitors are offering. Identify the gap in the marketplace that your products or services could fill. Understand customer preferences and trends in your product offerings. For example, I'm making a accessories, for example, headphone, right? And market is going towards where a lot of new mobile versions are coming where cord based headphones are not getting connected to the mobile phone, so they have a feature of Bluetooth headphones. Now if I am only making headphones which carry strings or wire, probably I'm out of the market because most of the mobile phone, they are only having a feature to get connected with Bluetooth headphones. So I need to see what product that I can sell, keeping current market in view, right? If someone comes as a mobile company, if someone comes and starts selling old dated featured phone rather than selling a smartphones, probably it will not make any business, right? So you need to understand it about the product range, features, quality of your competitors, right? And also you need to understand what is the gap in the market that you can fill, and customer preferences and trends in the product offerings. Fourth important point is pricing strategy. Based on market and target audience and competition, you need to understand the pricing strategy of your competition. Market is more inclined towards economy product, that means to say cheaper product, and I as a supplier start selling very premium product, probably I will not my product will not be sold or accepted in the market. One or two might buy, but that is not the market size. So determine if you want to position your product as a premium, budget friendly, or competitive. Then consider the value proposition and perceived value of your product. Right? People want to say value for money as your product. People want to say it's a quite premium, very precious. They feel proud when they are carrying that particular product, as is the case of iPhone or Mac or other Apple product. Right? So based on that, you have to understand you have to make your pricing strategy for your product. Next important point is about market trends and customer behavior, right? So what are the trends which are happening in the market? How consumers are behaving, right? So market trends and shifts in the consumer behavior. As I spoke in the first lecture, that how our behavior has changed from traditionally to digitally. That first thing what we do in the morning is we wake up and then we check our mobile phone whether there is any notification, WhatsApp, Facebook, email, whatever it is. And last thing that we do, we also do the same. Be in the school or college, in the high school or university or college, or in the employment or in the marriage or afterwards, we are more and more dependent on digital platforms. be it electricity bill payment, mobile bill payment, or water bill payment, or any other utility bill payments. We are more dependent on digital platform. So that's what consumer behavior has changed. So keeping that in mind, we have to see how shift has happened about the consumer behavior. Now monitor social media forums and industry publications for insights. How on these platforms, how things are happening. Then you understand the impact of external factors like technology, economy on your market, right? Are these external factors, that mean to say technology, economy, how economy is fluctuating, right? Or trends, what is there in the market. Based on that, you have to define your product category as well. Next is about SWOT analysis for your business. So evaluate your own strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Understand how you can leverage your strength and address your weakness. Next important point is identify the potential opportunities for growth, potential threats to your business. These are about SWOT analysis. You have to create strength, weaknesses, opportunities. What are the pointers where you are strong enough? What are your weaknesses? Whether pricing is your weakness, technology is your weakness, or reachability in the market is your weakness. How big is the opportunity? And is there any threat? That mean to say policy change by government, or any new big companies can enter into the market, which can remove all small players. So if there is any kind of threat in the market, that also maybe sometimes environmental threats are also there. So I'm like, you need to understand all kind of threats, right? So that is basically SWOT analysis for your business. Next important point is about technology and platform analysis, right? So when we talk about
Excuse
technology
me,
and
sir.
yeah, please.
Yeah, can you repeat on the point to number 6? I don't understand SWOT analysis for your business.
Come again, which point?
Yeah, on point number 6. Yeah,
Point number, SWOT analysis. Okay. SWOT analysis is
yeah.
basically SWOT analysis is basically strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats about your business. For example, what do
Mhm.
you do? Can I ask you, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm a businessman, a
Yeah,
small scale business.
what business you do? What business you do?
Yeah, I'm an agent for TNM and Airtel Pambas.
Not very clear about. I have not understood your business, but let me explain you. Let me explain you with the example. Right. Say, for example, you are in the business of selling uh, mobile phone. I'm saying that you are in the business of
Yes,
selling mobile phone, right? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Now, if you are in the business of selling mobile phone, what are your strengths? Say, for example, you are biggest importer of various kind of mobile phones, or you hold multiple range of mobile phone. That mean to say mobile phone like Redmi, mobile phone like Vivo, mobile phone like Samsung, mobile phone. So you have widest variety of mobile phone available in the market. That is your strength. That is point number one. Point number two could be you are providing all these products at a cheapest price in the market. No one can compete you in the market in terms of pricing. Okay. Third thing is like
Yeah, yeah.
you have third thing is like you have widest possible thing, that you will not only be able to sell only in your city, but you can sell across the country. That means to say anywhere in the market you can ship it. If anyone needs it, you can ship it. So for example, these are three of your strength. Now what is your weakness? Your weakness is, for all these things you require too much of monetary requirement. That means to say, even if you want to add one new brand, you require hundred thousands of dollars to import big in bulk, right? So that is finance is your weakness. You might not be having every time, might not be having weaknesses available, weaknesses about finance that you have. Now opportunities, if you import all these kind of things, you will be easily able to tap each and every person in the market, right? So that is your opportunity. That means to say you can multiply your revenue very fast if you are going to do all these things. And threat says any other person like you can come forward and have more financial bandwidth and have more baggage. They can be a threat to you because they can take your market share. So that is your threat. Mean to say, what are the things which you are strong in? What are your weaknesses? Opportunity is the new market that you can explore, be it online or offline. You can explore new market. And threat says, can anyone enter into the market and take your market share? How threat worthy that it is. So based on that, you have to identify whether the product or services that you are entering is good or not good. Now, if your products are having, if your business is having lot of weaknesses and lot of threats, that mean to say your business is not good for you. If it is having lot of threats, less of weaknesses and less of threats, that mean to say these weaknesses can be converted into opportunity and you can be the market leader. So potential growth, there is a potential opportunity for growth, and potential threats to your business is very less. That's what SWOT analysis means. Am I clear?
All right. Yeah, clear.
Thank you.
Clear, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. So we were at technology and platforms, right? So we have to see about what are the e-commerce platforms which is available to you, right? Whether you have your own platform or whether you are using Amazon like platforms like Amazon or any other platforms which are regionally and locally available. So what you have to do, you have to increase the user experience, mobile optimization and technological aspects. That means to say the technology to be used for e-commerce development should be the latest one and should download very fast. It should not have any error. That means to say slow download, the more because of internet connectivity or because of mobile data, your website is not opening fast. So these should not be the case for your technology. And in case there is a change in technology that is happening, you should be equipped enough so that you change the technology and implement it. Next important thing is like regulatory and legal considerations. This is very important. Say, for example, you are trying to import some product using e-commerce platform, and whether those products are legal and legally okay to import in your country or not, that you have to understand. In selling country, it could be okay, but can you import it? Probably yes or no. So you need to be updated before you enter into the business, that all the product and services, what are the government norms, what are the legal aspect of that particular business, to import that product or to export that product, to dispatch it, to deliver it. So you need to see all aspects of that particular product or services in your country and across the border as well. Secondly, you need to ensure the compliance with the data protection. That means to say, regulatory and legal wise, whatever the user information that users are submitting on your website, that should be kept as secret and secured. It should not be the case that someone can hack your platform and get the data, or someone who can breach the data security, collect the data and sell it to someone else. So that should not be the case, right? So data protection, customer protection, and other protection legally, it should be there, right? Then only people will trust you. Otherwise, they will feel that I'm submitting my credit card detail. I don't know if someone will steal or what will happen, right? So there should be a situation like that. Then you have customer feedback and reviews. A platform should be well equipped enough so that a user who have purchased a product can provide a feedback and can also provide reviews, and others can actually look into in terms of competition. So you are selling your product on e-commerce platform and you got 25 reviews with 5-star ratings, whereas your competitor got 25 reviews, but out of that 10 are 5-star, 10 another 5 is 4-star and all. So they have multiple number wise it's the same, 25 reviews you have, 25 reviews they have, but you got all 5-star ratings, whereas your competition is having 10 as a 5-star, 10 as a second 4-star, 5 as a 3-star. That means to say their qualities are not consistent, right? Likewise, in your case also, if you have more reviews, more 5-star ratings, more higher ratings, probably you will be having added advantage over your competition. So understand what customers like or dislike about your product and services. So take these feedback and reviews positively, right? And see what your customers like and what they don't like. Then marketing and advertising strategies, right? So you have to evaluate the marketing channels. When we talk about marketing channels, that means to say, and we all are talking about e-commerce and online platforms. So we are only talking right now about online strategies for your marketing channel, marketing and advertising strategies. That means to say advertising on Google, advertising on YouTube, advertising on social media platform like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, or any other platform, or you are advertising it on any publisher website, news portal website, information websites. So you need to identify the channels accordingly. You need to see strategies what your competitors are using. Then understand how they acquire and retain customers. That means to say what are the ways by which what they implement by which they are acquiring new customers or they are holding new customers, and identify the potential gap or the opportunities in the marketing approach. That means to say, can you identify a new way to market or reach your customer? If you are able to do that, which your competitors are not doing, probably you will win the show. Next important point is about collaborations and partnership. Right. That means to say explore the collaborations or partnership with the industry. That means in case there are any platform where you can partner with them, you are selling at Amazon or eBay or Alibaba, but in case there are any new platform which are coming up, try to partner with that. In case there is some opportunity that government is selling or government is trying to collaborate with people who are making those products, so what you do, you please try to be a part of those things and be associated with them. In case you want to sell your product or services overseas in international market, see in case you can make a partnership with them so that they will be helping you out in terms of selling your products or making your product reach in that particular market. Identify the potential synergies with other businesses as well, right? So in case you are selling some product, say for example you have a furniture to sell, office furniture to sell. So will you be only selling it on e-commerce platform like Amazon, or can you also sell it on furniture related e-commerce platform, or household related e-commerce platform, or any other marketplace where it can be shipped to, right? So you need to identify that. Then performance metrics. This is last but very important thing, right? I should not say the last but very important thing. That means to say what is your performance in terms of the conversion rates, in terms of customer acquisition cost, in terms of customer lifetime value. When we say customer acquisition cost, that means to say to acquire a new customer, what is the cost that you have to invest? When we talk about customer lifetime value, that means to say normally how long a customer remains a customer for you. That means to say, is he a repeat customer or he purchased once and after that not, right? So longer the lifetime of a customer is, more profitable he will be, right? Then monitor website traffic, user engagement, leads generation, and all. So you have to identify key performance indicator and gauge it whether you are going in the right direction or not. Then few more important points like customer service and support. The quality of customer service that you offer in comparison to your competition. So you have to analyze it, right? So assess the quality of customer service provided by customer competitors. Identify areas where you can improve your customer support. That means to say, for example, I purchase a product from your platform or you purchase a product from my platform and you got faulty product. Then you raise a complaint on the platform and I'm not responding. what will happen? It will disturb a customer and customer satisfaction will go down. But in another case, the moment there is a problem, someone from my team will respond you immediately. Your problems will be looked into it on instant level and it will be resolved. Your satisfaction level will be higher, right? So see how your competitors are reaching out to those expectations, and is there anything that you can improve? Then future outlook, anticipate future trend that is going to change in e-commerce landscape. So today this format of e-commerce is there. Keep working on R&D, that is research and development. Keep working on the technology so that in case there is any change in future on e-commerce landscape, probably you will be the first one to adopt it. Also try to see or forecast the evolving market conditions. That will always keep you ahead of your competition. Feedback loop, that mean to say continuously look for what are the improvement that need to be done in your platform for your product or for your services. Regularly revisit and update marketplace analysis to stay relevant, right? Say for example you were selling a product, it was going very 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 good on an online platform, e-commerce platform, but trend has changed, a new product has came up, and you have not changed your product scenario. What will happen? Slowly and slowly your sales will go down and other will pick up. The way that it happened with Nokia mobile, right? Initially Nokia was holding more than 90% of market share. BlackBerry was holding more than 90% of market share in business phone, right? But what is this? What is the status today? Nokia is almost out of the market. BlackBerry hardly we look into it, right? So it's not that they have made a faulty product. It's because they have not kept themselves updated the way that market was changing, right? So by conducting a thorough marketplace analysis, e-commerce businesses gains valuable insights to refine their strategies, enhance their competitive advantages, and meet the evolving needs of their customer audience. So you have to understand all aspect of marketplace, then only you will be at the top of it. Now we are going to talk about environment constraints and opportunities. What are various level of what are the environment constraints? When we talk about constraints, that means to say limitations, and opportunities what it is. When we are talking about environment, we are talking about marketplace e-commerce environment, right? We are not talking about eco-friendly plantation or environmental friendly product. No, we are not talking about that. We are talking about marketplace e-commerce environment. What are the constraints and opportunities? When you conduct a marketplace analysis, it's essential to consider the environmental constraints and opportunities that can impact the success and strategy of a business. In this, we'll be discussing about various dimensions, for example, economic, social, technological, legal, and ecological. All of these things we'll be discussing in environmental constraints and opportunities. Let's see those. So first, we are going to talk about economic environment, and constraint is economic downtime can lead to reduced customer spending. Downtime means in case in a particular country economy is not good and inflation is very high, cost of products are rising very high, essential goods are being very costly. It happens in some of the countries where government is not able to manage it. So in case there is a rise in cost, rise in starvation, rise in uh, unemployment and all, if that is the case, then that is a constraint and consumer will be spending less, right? Inflation and fluctuating exchange rates may affect cost and pricing strategies. That's what I said. So these are the limitations. Whereas opportunity is economic growth can lead to increased customer confidence and spending. In case economic growth is good, in that case, what will happen? Consumer will feel confident and their spending level will go high. That means to say for example, all youth of a country has some good level of employment opportunity. That means to say they have a buying power, they have money. So if then they will have money, they will spend it. So their spending power will go high. And then identify niche market or segment that thrives despite economic challenges. Means even if there are economic challenges or the problems which are there, but you try to identify a segment which will keep on growing even if there are economic problems. For example, essential products, food items, or education or healthcare. These are, I have just given examples. It's not that only that, right? Sometimes any other similar kind of products which are there in the niche market, that even if economy will go down, but people are compulsory going to buy it. So try to understand those things. Next is about social and cultural environment. Shifting consumer preferences and trends may impact product demand. That means to say, from religious values to open mindset. That is one of, that could be one. Cultural differences can pose challenges in international market. Right. When we talk about cultural differences, that means to say, maybe our maybe our belief system, maybe our religion that we follow, maybe the values that we have, right? Something which is good for you probably is not very important for other market. Something where you are feel very restricted about your belief system and all, could be not have any value or some value in the international. So you have to see the cultural differences as well, right? Opportunities: align your product and marketing strategies with cultural trends. Sometimes what happens, there are very big companies, very big companies. They started their one of a very big company in retail and in retail business. They opened their market and they opened their showroom in France, right? They were doing very good in US, and they opened one of that particular company, they opened their outlet in France, right? They employed local people. But what they didn't included in their belief system is the way that they used to greet their customers or had a value for their customers, right? So they ignored it. Now, initially, because of discounts and all, the sale of company was going higher. But when people start getting offended because of the behavior of the people or the top management, people start restricting themselves to purchase product from that particular outlet. And slowly, even if they had the biggest store in the market, their sale has started going down because they ignored the cultural trend in the market of that particular region, right? So that is the real case study. I forgot the name of the company, otherwise I could have provided the name of the company as well, right? Addressing social issues or sustainability concern to appeal to conscious customers, right? Sometimes people feel that this company only looks for money. They steal out the money from the customers and they provide all kind of notorious things and they don't bother about customers, right? So if that is the case, probably you need to look into it. So you have to look into your social and cultural environment. Next is about technological environment. Constants, rapid technological changes may render certain products or services obsolete, right? So there is a possibility because of change in the technology, the product which was doing very good may go out of the market. And that you must have seen for various automobile brand who was doing very good in the market earlier, but they are no more in the market because of technological changes that has happened in the automobile industry, and they were not able to cope it up, and they are out of the market. High initial cost for adopting new technologies. There is a possibility new technology may be costing very high cost which companies cannot afford, so they can be out of the market. Opportunity is embarrassing innovative technologies to improve efficiency and customer experience. You have to keep working on adopting new technologies to keep your customers happy. Leveraging emerging technologies for competitive advantage. You have to be ahead of your competition by adopting new technologies. Legal and regulatory environment. Keep adopting legal and illegal aspect of it. Sometimes too much of legal formalities are there, which makes situation very difficult to do business, whereas sometimes it's very easy, so you need to fulfill that. Opportunity is staying ahead of regulatory changes to gain competitive edge. So if you follow all kind of legal and regulatory environment policies, right? So what will happen, even if there is some change in the legal policy, you'll be always ahead. But when other companies are not following that and government starts restricting it very aggressively, probably they will get affected. Next important thing is like ecological and environmental sustainability. Increased awareness of environmental issues may lead to scrutiny of business practices. Then stricter economical, regulatory and sustainability requirements. Sometimes there is a possibility. Sometimes there is a possibility of certain restrictions which are there, right? So what we have to do, we have in case government is putting up any policy regarding environment, or say for example they are putting up a policy about paperless office, or they are putting up that you cannot sell products which are made from a particular category of animal, right? Like in India, some of the sheeps and some of endangered species. If you are making leather products from their leather, probably you have to be out. You cannot do so, right? So you need to understand the ecological and environmental sustainability as well. Then you need to see the political and geopolitical factors. What happens in this political factors in terms of how a government how a government is actually doing their making their policies. So political instability in certain region may disturb supply chain. I'm like, need not to say, in various countries of Asian countries, or likewise, you will see that there are a lot of instability in the political. That mean to say, government is there and it is not there for longer run. Someone else will come and again change the policies and all. So if there are too much of political instability, that mean to say business will not be stable. Supply chain will get disrupted. That mean to say supply of a product and receiving of the product will get distracted. Likewise, international companies will not continue investing in the countries where a lot of political what you say political disturbances are there, right? Say for example there are cultural conflict which are there are rights which are there, right? Conflict between two communities which are there, rich and poor which is there, or policy made by political parties are not in favor of you general mass, and people, farmers or manufacturers, they are coming on road for agitation. If that kind of thing is happening between conflict between people and the political parties, probably that is a big damage, that is a big constraint. So what we have to see, keeping the trend that may happen in that scenario, how you should. So we need to understand that about political and geopolitical factors. Demographic trend, aging populations may affect demand of certain products, right? Rapid population growth can strain resources and supply chain, whereas opportunities could tailoring product or services, that mean to say customizing these products based on the demographic requirement. Identify and tap market based on demographic shift, right? People are getting aged, what are their requirements? Youth are coming who are more tech savvy, what are their requirements? So we need to understand that and have to do it. Then competitive landscape, right? So in this, major constraint is everyday competition is going higher and higher. You cannot restrict your pricing as a fixed pricing mechanism. You have to make it flexible, right? And to keep your customer loyal towards you is a big challenge. So what you have to do, you have to identify the gap in the market or the areas where competitors are weak. You have to identify the weaker part of your competition and then grab that and make that as an opportunity for you, and keep formatting strategic alliances with various people so that you will always be at the top. Globalization. Yes, this is something that we need to discuss. So globalization is like from across the boundary, country boundaries, you are trying to sell it overseas, right? So international companies or other country will start coming to your country, you will start going to other countries, right? So you have to understand the cultural differences. If you're not able to adopt the cultural differences and regulatory complexities, that will be a big constant. You will not be able to do business in that particular country. Likewise, currency fluctuation is also one of a biggest thing which may affect your business. For example, today for $1 in India, for example, I'm giving you example, for $1 it's 83 rupees. 83 Indian rupees is equal to $1. So if I have to export to US, now because of any reason, the cost of conversion currency has increased from 83 to 90 rupees, for example. God forbid that should not be the case. But if I am importing it, that means to say I have to make the payment to international companies. And there is an amount of $50,000 that I have to pay. Now for that, if it was 83 rupees, I have to pay 50,000 multiplied by 83. Whereas at the time of payment, if it has increased to 90 rupees, dollar remains same, that means to say 50,000. But to pay 50,000, I have to pay more amount. So if I'm importing product, probably it is difficult. But if I'm exporting it, right? So I'm exporting for the value of $500. In return, what I'll get higher the value because money rate has gone down. Likewise, the reverse scenario, right? So too much of fluctuation in the currency may lead loss to the organizations. So what we have to do, we have to accessing the larger customer base through global expansion. That means to say you need not to be dependent on any one country. You have to make your customer base in global scenario, multiple countries, so that if somewhere you are having less of the profit, other place you will have more of the profit, and then you will have more of product development and innovation that will keep on happening. Public health and safety, not to say recently COVID-19 that has happened and whole world was suffering, right? So that could be sometimes that kind of thing could be a crisis, right? So pandemic and health crisis can disrupt supply chain and operations. Increase scrutiny of on health and safety practices in case there is too much of restrictions being imposed that may affect the health of the business, right? So what you have to do, try to adopt the best health practices, and then safety measures should be implemented. Supply chain risk. Sometimes what happens, there are regional, or say for example, there is a war going between Russia and Ukraine. There is a war which is going between Israel and Palestine. There is a war which was going between few other companies as well, rivalries and other things that was happening. Now what happened, there was some disturbances between Turkey and United States. So what happens if that is the kind of scenario, and a product will be shipped from US and has to reach to your country via these channel, and there are disturbances because of anything, maybe because of war, because of any other regulatory issues and all. In case that will be the case, what will happen, flow of product will not be smooth, and then that will increase the cost of the product in your country, right? It happened last time in our country as well. There was a disturbance between India and China relation, and the electronic products that was getting imported from Taiwan and other places, right? That channel got disturbed, and supply of raw material for electronic components got higher, and in return, product become costlier in the market, right? So what to overcome that, what Indian government started doing is they started identifying other countries where they had a good relation and those products can be imported from those places, right? So you as a business owner have to think on all these dimensions to make sure that your supply chain is not getting affected. Cyber security and threat, very, very, very crucial aspect in today's scenario, right? So we need to understand the increasing cyber threats which are there and risk of data breaches. Even some of a very big payment companies, their data got breached. So we need to be very careful about cost associated with implementing robust cybersecurity measures. Very high costs are involved to secure your data. And in current scenario, data is the currency. It's not dollar or pound is the currency, data is the currency. Those who have larger data, they are more rich in comparison to those who have not. So we need to think on cybersecurity threats. Then customer behavior and expectations, right? So changing customer preferences is and expectations. Every day it is changing because market is very volatile. Every day new products are coming into the market. People are having new requirements, new problems, so new requirement, new solutions, and new product. So personalizing customer experience to meet evolving expectations, we have to keep it personalized. You have to always involve your customer in your decision making process so that you will be able to retain their expectations. Then crisis preparedness. Try to get yourself prepared for unforeseen crises or disasters, right? And reputational damages in face of crisis, right? So we have to equip ourselves in such a way that we anticipate crisis what may happen in future, right? So for that we have to keep track of various changes happening across the globe. All countries at international level, we have to keep track of that. That will help you in terms of readiness. Employee well-being and talent acquisition, very crucial, guys. Very, very, very crucial. The talent, if you are able to resources, and that means to say human resource, they are the people based on whom you are running your business. It's not technology. Ultimately human being is someone who is going to implement it on technology, or they will be able to adopt it, implement it logically, technologically, and everything. So we have to take care of employee well-beings, and we have to maintain the talent acquisition pool in such a way that you will always have good number of qualified talents available, right? So provide them the benefits, right? And employee dissatisfaction should go down. In case employees are dissatisfied, your production will go, it will affect your productivity. And when productivity will affect, that means to say cost of production will go higher. Faulty products will be prepared and laborers will not be motivated. When the employees will not be motivated, that means to say ultimately your profit will go. Your profit will go down, right? So we have to look into it. So overall, these are some of the constraints, and I'm like whatever we have discussed about the constraints and opportunities which are there. So there are 15 types of constraints and opportunities that we have discussed. So overall, to address these constraints and leverage opportunities, what we have to do is we have to regularly monitor and update marketplace analysis to adopt changing environment, right? I'll quickly wrap up because time is over. I'll quickly wrap up. We have to develop contingency plan for potential constraints, stay agile and open to innovate and capitalize on emerging opportunities. Cultural adaptability, that should be a part of your strategy, and environment constraints, and develop effective if strategies, remain competitive, achieve long-term success. So these are few of the things that we need to do. Overall, when we talk about B2B and B2C characteristics, we need to analyze, because there are two different types of markets. So we need to analyze how B2B market will operate and how B2C market will operate. Right. So these are some of the things which are there. Still, there are a few more things which are there. I'll quickly land on. So in terms of when we are talking about e-commerce, we are going to talk about the producer and the customer. In normal scenario, producer produces the product, it send it to wholesaler, then to retailer, and then to customer. Whereas in certain scenarios, producer directly send it to retailers and customers. Whereas in e-commerce scenario, what is happening right now is producer is producing, removing all intermediaries like wholesalers and retailers, directly reaching out to the customers using digital platforms. That is the scenario in which right now. So what is happening? Company, and there is an intermediary and there is a customer. So all intermediaries are getting removed, right? So disintermediarization, that means to say company is directly selling to the customers, no intermediaries. When there is a no intermediaries, that means to say there is there is a reduction in the cost, and when reduction in the cost, that means to say ultimately customers will get benefited. So that is how it is, right? So overall, how offline business used to happen, how mixed mode used to happen. Since we are talking about e-commerce, that means to say online presence, we need to look into online journey. That a user is searching something on search engine like Google, they will get the information, they will reach on the portal, they will book it online, and they will finally place the order. So this is a mix and match comparison between offline journey, mixed journey, and online journey. And right now we are talking about online journey. Right? So that's all about e-commerce what you say, marketplace and all, right? So overall, as a marketplace, we have to understand that what is the business model that we have to look into, and keeping that in mind, we need to understand the holistic picture about we need to understand that all of us, as a strategist, as a business understanding part, we need to see that how we can actually leverage the complete aspect of it, right? So keeping that in mind, that's all for today, because it's too lengthy session for today, but I'll restrict it for this only, because right. So over to you guys. So in case you have any quick questions, you can ask me. And what I'll do, I'll share this PPT also in the slide so that you guys will have it handy, right? Let me know in case you have anything. Anas, you asked something, like Muhammad Anas has asked something. What is the definition of globalization? Globalization is doing a business outside your boundary, and multiple countries are you are extending your boundaries to multiple countries. That means to say, from your country to whole Africa, to whole continent of Asia, Europe, and everywhere. So when you start reaching out to all part of the globe, probably that is the simplest example of globalization. It means you start doing business to global companies or global market size, right? You start supplying your product or services to global audience. That is what globalization means. All right, guys. So if there is any question, you can ask me directly, or I'll send these things to what you say. I'll share this PPT on the group, right? And you guys can have a look over there, right? So let me know in case you have further more questions, right? I'll be happy to answer it, and then you guys can have more answers in case you want, right? All right, so I feel that's all for today. So what I'm going to do is, like, you guys already have my ID, right? You can post your question in the group as well, and in return, I'll also post this PPT in the group so that you guys can have a look into it, right? All right, guys, thank you for patiently listening me. I'm sure that keeping interest of the time, I'm sure that you guys must be able to get some valuable input about whatever discussions that we had, right? And still, if you have any questions, you can reach me out. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.